guys, what's up? Welcome to episode 3 of Convention Help Desk. So first we're going to talk about, I already have a video for running and hosting a photo shoot. The annotation's right here. Go click on that if you want to watch that. I do have one more thing to talk about that has to do with that, but if you're not hosting photo shoots, if you never want to do that, I guess don't worry about it, or don't worry about what I'm about to say for this first part. But if you do, click on that before continuing the rest of this video. If you click on that, it will take you to another tab and just pause this video. It'll automatically do that, so all you have to do is, when you're done with that video, close the tab and then press play on this video and it'll just resume where you left off. Alright, so just do that. So if you've done that, then you're here now for basically the part I forgot in that video, which is other people's photos they link to. They put like their albums in a post. So in the other video I do mention posting the links to where you posted the pictures to, or to where you or your friend or whoever's taking pictures for you. Like if you have someone taking pictures, or if you're doing it, you post where your album is of your pictures. But I forgot to mention to post other people's links too. So if you want to make like a, if you make your first post, you can always make a second post right away. Or some forums make you wait like 60 seconds or something. Some of them allow you to go right away. You can make a second post on a thread and make the first post all the information for the photo shoot, and then you have to remember that forums usually have a character limit. So like I think cosplay.com has 1,000 characters, so you can write all the way up until you get like 1,000 characters, and then it stops and it won't let you post anything past that. Just like how Twitter has like I think 40 character limit because it's supposed to be short, but most forums have 1,000, or figure out what it is first. So you're gonna need to post the URLs in one of the posts, and that takes up a lot of characters because maybe if it's a Facebook album, that has just a lot of random characters at the end usually, and like it's facebook.com/something something to whatever, and then a bunch of like random letters and numbers for the album, and like that's where it is, you know, it's in all those, that's like the combination of letters specifically for that one, and that takes up a lot of space. So if you have 1,000 character limit and those have like 10 characters each, you get where I'm going with this. So if you make a second post that just says reserved for albums or something, and then because you have to have it say something or it won't post. Usually there are 3 character minimums, like you have to write the word hey or something, H-E-Y, and then it'll let you post. But you can't post like two letter word and that's it, or anything. But you post like that it's a reserved for, you know, whatever it's reserved for, then that way there's 2 posts, one right after the other, and they're right on the top. Both of them are on the top of the page, so people can just go straight to that one and look at all the photo albums. And then it'll be in order, and then you put like the username, like so-and-so's, or I guess this side, so-and-so's photos or videos, and then post to theirs, then so-and-so's next person, and then keep going like that. But that's basically it for running a photo shoot. So that and that other video. So next is attending, and that's the literal opposite of hosting. That's, you're just showing up to get your picture taken there. That's pretty much all you're doing. You're showing up and you have no obligation to anything. So there's not like a whole lot to this. Basically just show up. There are a couple things though that I want to go over that a lot of people don't seem to understand or realize. The first one is, you don't have to be cosplaying from the series if you're going there strictly for taking photos or taking video. You can go in whatever you want. I can wear this and go to a Dragon Ball Z photo shoot if I want to, and just take pictures. I'm not going to be part of the, you know, people getting their picture taken. I'm going to take the pictures or take the video. It seems obvious, but some people don't understand. But yeah, just wear whatever you want if you're just being a photographer. The second thing is, a lot of people ask me, can I attend? Yes, you can attend. If it's a photo shoot that someone posted on a forum and they put day, location, time, whatever, that's a public, that's there for the public. It's for you to see so you can go. That's the entire reason of posting it. It may sound kind of dickish, but it makes you look dumb. if you ask if you can go to a public event, because that's what a public event is. It's public. You're allowed to go. I don't know how else to put it. If you see an event that says like Kingdom Hearts 2016, and then there's Friday 1 o'clock this location, yeah, they're telling you so that you know. That's the whole point of the post, is they're telling you so that you know where to go to show up. It's for everybody. The difference is a private photo shoot is going to be usually someone saying, is there any photographers that I can get to take my picture with my group? They'll usually use things like me, or my group, or I, or we, and they won't use like a general everybody thing. They'll use a lot of things pertaining to themselves, because it's private to them and their little group of friends, and that is totally different, and you have to usually pay people for those. That's basically the same thing as walking into, you guys ever, I know they don't probably do these anymore, but Sears used to do, probably don't have Sears anymore, fuck, but Sears used to do family portraits, and you'd go in and you'd pay them. Same thing, it's different than modeling, because modeling you're usually getting paid to get the picture taken, whereas when you're getting a photographer to take your picture at a convention, you're paying the photographer for their time and their skills to photograph you. So that's the same thing as going into Sears and getting a family portrait. They're taking the family picture and you're paying them to do so. Same idea. Another thing that has to do with that is telling people you're attending. I tell people I'm attending just so people know, they're like, usually I do obscure things like, I had my Sora, where I had the Ultima weapon, and that's rare to see. I've never seen a cosplayer up here with the Ultima weapon, ever. Well, as far as the conventions I've been to, I've never seen one. So I was doing that for a while, so I would let people know, because it's unique enough that people are going to want pictures with you, because you have something that they don't have a picture of. Like the Ultima weapon, they're like, I've never seen a Sora with an Ultima weapon, I don't have a picture of that, I want that, so they know where to find me. And then a lot of the times I'll tell people I'm going, just in case like my friends want to meet me somewhere, they know where I'm going to be. Just in case there's like a miscommunication, I'm going to be there for sure, so show up there and find me. It's an easy way to do things like that too. But you don't have to tell people that you're showing up. You can just show up on that day. Think about the people who don't have Facebook or the forum accounts or whatever to tell people that they're going, but they show up anyway. Same idea. It'd be just as if you didn't have any of the accounts. You don't have to tell people you're going. And then what if you're going last minute and like 2 days beforehand you realize, oh, I can go as this. You're not gonna go, oh yeah, by the way, I remember there was a post about that. Let me go tell them I'm coming. That's not gonna happen. So don't worry about it. So along with the attending thing, this kind of has to do with it, but this is just things to be aware of as an attendee to a photo shoot. So I've got 4 little things to remember about being at a photo shoot, and things that you should probably know and be aware of. So number 1 is know the pairings, the common pairings, like who ships who, what 2 characters go together best, things like that. So if you're cosplaying a character, it's because you really enjoy the series and you really like that character. So you probably already know a lot about them. You probably know who the character's love interest is, or who their best friend is, or who the enemy is that would best be like in a picture of a fight with, or something. Like if you're a Vegeta, it's easy for Dragon Ball because there's so much. But if you're a Vegeta, you could be like, oh well, you could do with Nappa. You could go with Goku as a fight. You could go with Goku as a teamed up. You could go against Piccolo as a fight. Go against Gohan as a fight. Go against anybody really as a fight as Vegeta. And there's so many pairings there. So know what goes good with that. So like the best picture is probably going to be a Goku and Vegeta picture, because they're the 2 rivals. They're the 2 good guys that are rivals. Technically good guys. I don't know. But they would be the best for pictures. But you can get a lot of shots of that. So know that kind of stuff about your character. So like You can do like CL and Elizabeth, I think is her name. I don't fucking know. I don't like Black Butler. But you could do them too, or even CL and Sebastian. So know your pairings and know your ships. If you don't know what a ship is, who do you want to date this person? Do you want your character to date this character? That's a ship. That's exactly what that is. So people like to do the whole Sora and Riku ship thing for some reason. I know why, but not talking about that. But a lot of people will do the whole Sora and Riku in a picture together, or Sora and Kairi in a picture together, or something like that. And then I have like my pictures with me and Xemnas as Sora and Xemnas, because it's pairings, it's a battle pairing. So things like that. The second one is nicknames. Know what your character's nicknames are. If you don't, you're gonna probably look like an idiot, and I don't know. It's not a bad thing if you don't. I honestly don't care if you don't know them, but I'm gonna use Kaon for example, because there's two characters with nicknames in there that are very relevant in the series. That if you don't know them, it's gonna be very awkward. If you're cosplaying Azusa from Kaon, but you don't really know much about Kaon, your friends are just doing it with you. You know, you're helping your friend out. If you don't know that her nickname throughout the entire thing, and the most thing that she gets called is Azunyan, you're gonna get really confused when people come running up to you calling you that. So learn the nicknames of the characters, or common names that they're known by. If you're, especially like there's also pairing names, the ship names. Let's take Ruby, because Ruby's easy. They have a ton. They named their moveset after their after the pairing names, so that helps. Like we're gonna take Yang and Blake. Okay, that's like the biggest one right now. Yang and Blake, and then there's Weiss and Ruby too. But Yang and Blake. Okay, that's called Bumblebee. So if you're a Yang and a Blake walking around, and someone yells Bumblebee to you guys, and you don't know what they're talking about, it's gonna be very awkward. So learn that kind of stuff. You can just Google like RWBY ship names. They'll come up. Or Dragon Ball Z ship names. Or common names in blah blah blah. Something will come up. But if you're really a big part of the community, you should already know them though. The third one is to practice poses. Now you're gonna look like a complete moron in your house doing this, but do it anyway. Try to get a mirror in your room. I have a mirror right over there, and it's kind of like blocked off now, so I can't really get to it. But have a mirror in your room. If you have to go buy a body mirror to put on your door, buy a body mirror and put it on your door. If you have a mirror in your room, you can practice what your poses are. That's how I learn what looks good with a character and what doesn't. I learned the hard way to do it that way, actually. I didn't have a mirror in my room when I very first was getting things together. So I didn't really practice much. And then I got, like, I had my dad take pictures of my costumes, and it looked so boring. And then when I finally moved in with him, he had these mirrors on the closet doors, and that's perfect. If you have like huge mirrors that just come with your room, that's even better. And you'll see in some of my old pictures, if you ever look at any of my stuff, you'll see my old pictures. It's the closet mirrors, and they're just huge. They're literally door size. They're bigger than door size mirrors. But until I realized I could look in a mirror and start posing, and then I started taking better, I started doing better poses and getting better pictures of me. And when I started doing that, and I had him take more pictures of me, they started looking better as I started practicing in the mirror. So it's a good idea. So, and the fourth one is going to be know your area. So if you know that this is going to happen in this area, this photo shoot's going on in this area, then while you're at the convention, when you first get there, check out all of the areas. Like, if you're there early in the morning Friday, there's not much going on. Go there and just look at all the areas that your photo shoots are going to be in. Know the area. Figure out what looks best, and if you have a friend with you, kind of play around in the area and have your friend, like, watch what you're doing and like, you know, do that whole thing. See if they can find some really good angles and shots that look good during the photo shoot. So you can bring that up and say, hey, can we have pictures of us doing this here or something? Like, SoccerCon has this like big area that has a bunch of random sized pillars. They're like concrete blocks that go up, and they're at different levels. And they're good for fight scenes. So if someone's looking up and you're like, well, maybe I'm up here and they're down here, and they're like looking at each other in a fight pose, then that could look really good. So knowing that beforehand will be a really good idea. So go to the areas, and if you don't know where they are, go to the actual con help desk, the one in the convention, and they should be able to tell you where all of the areas are for locations for photo shoots. If you say, I'm going to this photo shoot, they should have a list of photo shoots and where they're taking place and when and everything, and they can tell you exactly how to get there. They'll usually show you on a map or something. So make use of that. So the very, very last thing I want to talk about is if you're only there for pictures and videos, like you're doing nothing else and you're just a photographer or a videographer, and that's it. Not a cosplayer, nothing. Okay? So this part, so this is strictly, basically this right here, taking a video or taking a picture. One main thing you're going to want is business cards. Basically just have your name, whatever name you want to go by. I put my YouTube name. That's what name I go by. That's what I go by on all my social media and everything. What I go by. So I put that on there. I have my DeviantArt on there. I have my Facebook photography page on there, and then I can't put my YouTube because I don't have a URL yet. So I need 500 followers or subscribers or whatever in order to be allowed to have a URL, a custom one. So what I did was I put a link to my YouTube in the About Me section, or the About section in my photography page. So under the URL for the photography thing for Facebook, I wrote on there, it says on all of them, that my YouTube page is linked in the About Me or whatever. It says that it's in that page, so to click on it in there. And then on the bottom I even have the ask me about prop commissions or ask me about commissions or something like that. And so that people know that I also do commissions. And then I just have a little picture of Haruhi because Haruhi, why not, right? And that's basic business card right there. It's easy. I don't have things like my email on there because I don't use them for that, so it doesn't really matter. You can just get a hold of me on Facebook or DeviantArt, and I'll do the same thing. I'm on there a lot more than I check my email, so yeah. But so business cards are a good thing to have, but you gotta also remember to hand them out. For the first time I had business cards, I forgot to hand them out, like period. AkiCon, I didn't have these ones until AkiCon, but I handed them out like crazy there. Got so many views on my page. So it's a good idea to have those, but just remember to hand them out. So the second one isn't something you have to do. It's just something that I happen to do, and it's that I tell people that I'm going to be there for pictures or videos. Like, let's take SoccerCon for example. Again, there's a Love Live, because I love Live. There's a photo shoot for that, but it's right before the Kingdom Hearts one, so it's kind of pushing it for me. But I really want to go and take pictures and videos because there's a lot of video opportunity and definitely a lot of picture opportunity. But it's an idle one, it's a dance one. You have to take video of that. There's going to be a lot of dancing there. If you've ever been to a Vocaloid photo shoot, you know what I'm talking about. But I want to take a lot of pictures and videos of that because it's a really good series to me. And so I let them know, hey, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be filming, is this okay? I want to make sure that they're okay with someone filming, because while pictures are one thing, some people don't want to be filmed, like on video. So I make sure it's okay before I do that. And so far, nobody's been having a problem with it. I mean, if anything, they just say, hey, can you not have me on video? And then I'll like write down, like I'll take like one of my business cards or something, and just on the back of it, I'll just write down what the cosplayer was wearing or what character it was, around how far in the video it was and what video it was, and that way I can cut them out of it. So, and I haven't had that yet either, but it's just in case. And the same thing with the other video, if you have a friend or if you are taking pictures at a photo shoot, whether you are hosting it or not, if you are taking pictures and you have a lot of them, or if you want to just post them anywhere, and you think they're good enough to share, then post your link, take your URL to wherever you uploaded them, and make a post on either the event or the thread page that the photo shoot is for, and just say, hey, here's all my pictures, and post a link. Alright, so that is all for photo shoots, pretty much. I don't think I have anything else to really talk about here, so I will end the episode here. So catch me in the next episode when I talk about hotels and how to go about getting a hotel and finding a hotel that'll work for you. This kind of should have been talked about in episode 1, but that ran on like 20 minutes, so talking about that would have taken up a lot more time. It would have been a lot harder for me to get people to watch a 25-30 minute video. Probably would have been like 30 minutes, and it's better to have it a little bit shorter, and I didn't even want to go that long, so I couldn't talk about it then, and I should have probably talked about it in episode 2 or now in 3, but it's too late now. So I am just going to talk about that for episode 4. It's just going to be strictly hotels. So that is all. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you happen to like this and my other videos, why not go over to Twitter and give me a follow at @J_cause. And while you're there, use the hashtag JTopics to give me suggestions for videos or ask me questions for a Q&A. As well as you can use hashtag JReacts, and you can give me suggestions for videos to react to, since now I can do that. Alright, have a good one and see you guys later.